The silver carp spends its life in fresh water. Chinese people believe that it's a domestic fish and has been considered one since the 7th century in the Tang Dynasty. But only 4 fish qualify for this title. The Chinese word for fish is yu, which sounds similar to the word for abundance, giving it a special meaning since ancient times. What follows is a special story. It takes place in an ordinary village in northeast China called Dalu. In front of the village is a winding river that runs from the mountains in the north to the south, eventually flowing into the sea. Silver carps of various sizes live in this river. It's the 12th lunar month. It's freezing after a heavy snow. Cold air currents are common in the 12th lunar month in northeast China. They come in succession, each one stronger and colder than the last. Water plants are swans' main food. An adult swan can weigh up to 12 kilograms. Swans are rarely seen in the river in front of the village at this time of year. This one is probably a large family. For these migratory birds, Dalu village is their last stop before crossing the sea. After the long flight through cold and snowy places, the swans are exhausted. The migration season is already over. Something must have happened to them. They are cold and hungry. Luckily, there is plenty of food within the river bend. But danger is approaching. The severest cold current since the start of winter is on the way. For the swans, these people are all unexpected visitors. Both they and the swans specifically chose this place. Unlike swans who do everything they can to get away from the cold current, these men traveled nearly 1,000 kilometers from the north to seek it out. The wind is biting, but they're used to it. For these fishermen from the north, this is the last stop of their winter fishing trip. These gray herons are cold and hungry. Before the fishermen's arrival, the swans occupied the best location in the river. The unfrozen part of the river is left for the newborns. The cold front has arrived. The unfrozen part of the river will now freeze over. Migrating at this time is like an adventure. This birdling was born a few months ago. Obviously, it's not as strong as its peers. Swans cherish their families and will not give up on them easily. The cold current is speeding up. The swans are exhausted and anxious and can only hope that nature shows some mercy.
10点了，没事，这不算耽误事儿，必须往得打到边儿，知道吗？不，你这撂就行，快吧，撂就行。这洞里底下有绿碴子，挂上网就行。行不行啊？行不行啊？4口人，2孩子打完了，都结婚了，锻炼身体了就完了。人给家球坏了，没有来事儿，要不你搁家待着。
The cold current is more severe than expected. The high mountains do nothing to weaken it. Dalu village is just ahead. Rice is the main crop in this village. The rice has been harvested, so the farmland has turned into a paradise for geese. After eating their fill, they stroll through their territory. This is the life they're used to. Unexpectedly, they encountered these swans. To avoid the fishermen in the river, the swans took a risk and came to the farmland near the village. The scattered grains of rice and stalks can relieve their hunger and anxiety of being away from water a little. Gray herons prey on the fish and shrimps in the river. The winter fishing gives them hope of getting food. The fishermen draw in the net. The Chinese New Year is around the corner. Silver carps will sell well in the market. Their fresh catch will sell at a high price. The fishermen's income will also increase. Some small fish manage to escape from the net. They will become food for the gray herons. A whole day of hard work has paid off. They caught nearly 5,000 kilograms of silver carp as well as other fish. After finishing their work, the fishermen will go home to celebrate the Chinese New Year. They broke the ice surface, which means it will take longer before the surface of the river becomes totally frozen. Now the swans have enough time to look for food in the river. In a few days, they'll be able to continue their journey to the warm south. In this land of ice and snow, nothing is more desirable than fire. The cold and dark are always unpleasant, while warmth and brightness are always desirable. Luckily, fire can turn ordinary ingredients into tasty food. May we have fish every year and live a life of abundance.